Alright, now let's test it. See if we are live. It looks like we are. Weird. You fix the... Ah, yes, I see. Okay. So I'm having trouble, apparently, right now. Let's fix that. There we go. Now we are working. I don't know what's going on, but apparently I needed to fix that way. Okay. Nathan X 2000 says, boo. Sorry. At least I'm still technically early, so there is that. I think I fixed it, so let's... Yep, definitely fixed it. Alright, hello everyone, Ace here, and today we are going to be doing a live stream of Super Godzilla. This is an old SNES classic, and so I will be playing it on ZNES, or ZSNES. But anyways, let's go ahead and check it out, and let me know if the volume is too loud. I can go ahead and fix that. Oh, here we are. Make sure that that's all ready to go. Zimzilla99 says, good luck playing this game. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's go ahead and make sure that ZSNES isn't messing up the stream itself or anything. I don't think it will, but who knows. Basically, this is one of those cases where you have to wait and see, really. So, yeah, Yep, it's working as intended. Alright, awesome. So, like I said, let me know if the game is too loud or not, so I can fix that. Alright, let's get into it. The basic plot is, well, basically aliens have invaded Earth again and are using monsters to attack the Earth, and Japan specifically. And the humans have created a mind control device to take control of Godzilla. So, we directly controlled Godzilla, move him around and all that good stuff. I'll go ahead and skip this because they're just giving you a tutorial and showing you we're going to Osaka for the first time. Nathan X 2000 says, looks good on my end, glad to hear it. Now, this game basically is a JRPG of sorts, although more on the action side than, because it is actually in real time. It's not a turn-based game. But it's weird, I will admit. It is one of the weirder games I've played. But I do like it, so actually let's just go ahead and just take the hits. So we have a tank there, we'll just step over the tank. There we go. And we'll go here, pick up an item. Yep, it warps us. And then let's see what we got here. A basic health pickup. Like I said, this thing is basically a JRPG. Rusty Cake says, I shall miss this stream watching an old film with family. Seven Samurai, have fun. Well, hope you have a good time with your family. And the video will still be up for you to actually, of course, watch it later on at your own discretion. But yeah, go ahead and have fun with your family there, Rusty Cake. We'll pick up some energy from this reactor here. There's a lot of nuclear reactors in Japan, apparently, so that's convenient for us. Alright, now we will head south, try to pick up that other item, and then we will... Actually, I think that other item is actually advice, so instead... we've got a defensive item pickup here, which makes us invulnerable for a brief time. That's convenient. Now the bad news is, I know that there's going to be a whole bunch of tanks spawning at the other side of this lake here, so... Also, you'll notice that you move slower in water tiles, and especially deep water tiles. The tank took a little while to acquire us as a target, but okay. Admittedly, this might be a shorter than normal stream, because even though this is a JRPG kinda, it still is very fast to beat. I can actually beat... I think this game will probably... Oop, mine. I screwed up there. Oh, well. We know that the monster here is going to be most likely... Come on, he's got to be going through one of those buildings. Or not? Okay. I guess I'll just use the... Oh, he did go through it. We'll just go ahead and get the reactor going, get a little bit of our health back, although we don't really need to. And we will chase him down. There we go. I know which monster we are going for, and it is King Ghidorah. As he just nukes Osaka Castle there. Now this is more tutorial, so I'm just going to skip this, but I'll show you how it works. Basically, you see the two bars there, those are the fighting spirit meters, and if those go high enough, Ghidorah will attack. And we need to throw a punch before we can actually do one of our special moves, but also, our fighting meter, the higher it goes, the better the attacks that we get access to. So we've just did some damage there. And if we're not careful, we can actually get wrecked by Ghidorah. Although this game isn't too hard in the first area. We have this here. There we go. There. But we have that basically defense move by pressing down on the D-pad, which does that and basically lowers our attack thing, so they don't attack us with a special move. Like sometimes our attacks will piss them off like that, and they'll go like that. You have to get your defense, your fighting power down to avoid getting whacked with one of his moves. Alright, so another atomic breath. Nathan X 2000 says nothing says terrifying like the Godzilla theme MBD. Yeah, this game does actually have a decent soundtrack in my opinion, but it's not the best out there, but it is pretty decent, certainly. Just go with that. We do actually have another move, but I need my fighting spirit high enough to really acquire and put it to use. Ow. Oh, he's going to attack us. Well, I get to show that off too, just so you can, because there's going to be a little message that pops up saying, don't let them do that. Although this fight's, like I said, pretty easy so far. We've already got him down most of the way. Sometimes the hit detection is a little bit janky, and you miss sometimes, which is unfortunate. Just follow his pattern there. I know his pattern pretty well, so. And not well enough, apparently. Fair enough, fair enough. I got plenty of health, though, and I've got health pickup items. So we should be good. There we go. I was wanting to do one of the other final moves, which is, well, I'll show you if I can pull it off. I'll kind of need to, well, that's for sure. Okay, so we've damaged him bit more. That'll work. There we go. So this is a special variation of the Atomic Breath, but it does even more damage, which should be a one-shot. Nope, not quite a one-shot, but so close that you can, anything will take him out at this point. There we go. Alright. This will give us our score here, and we can get more credits. You do have a live system in this. Or a continue system, I should say. Just let them go through this here. Simple enough. I like how it just has every now and then a small bit of text just slightly in the next page or something, because it just didn't quite make the maximum size of the box there. So, next map is Mount Fuji. And the monster that we're going after is Godzilla, apparently. Should be a good hint as to what the monster actually is, but... And we also get random encounters in this game, too. In the form of these UFOs. But this is one of those games that you can actually deal with the random encounters. In fact, it encourages you to prevent the random encounters. In this particular mission, it's necessary to actually get rid of the random encounters, because otherwise you won't be able to fight the monster in this particular level. So let's get on with that. Nah, I don't think I need a... Alright, so they're telling us where the monster is. He's in 2A. Oh, we bumped into this, so that'll slightly negatively impact your score, because you are supposed to be the good guys, but also, and more annoyingly, it ruins, it does a little bit of damage to you. So this, we'll deal with this artillery piece here. I think the way you deal with these random encounters is you actually destroy the mothership that these UFOs are being sent from. And starting in level 2, the rest of them, you will be able to find a mothership. Once you deal with the mothership, you won't have to deal with these things again. And like I said, really good idea to take these things out. There we go. Oh, we hit another mountain there. That's okay. Now, what we will do is we will head this way, and we will deal with the mothership. Okay, what will happen here is the mothership will actually go way up there. Now, technically, I could keep ramming this mothership and take it out that way, but let's not. Instead, let's just do this a few times. on up. There we go. Alright, so he's almost dead. And that should do it. Now, the enemy monster won't be able to warp away from us, and we won't have to deal with any more random encounters. We still took a hit from that artillery piece there, but... Alright, so he's in Area 2A. Right over this way. We'll see what other items we can pick up. Now we can increase our fighting spirit. Oh yeah, by the way, your power-ups don't actually carry over from mission to mission, so we do... It is a smart move to use them where possible, I guess, so... Now we are going to lose some health from this artillery piece that's in front of us, but that's fine. There we go. No, no, okay. Every now and then that does happen in this game, but that's okay. Notice how the fighting spirit of the enemy Godzilla is almost mechanical in how it operates. Should be another hint as to what exactly we are fighting. Now, the moment you do one punch, this happens. Surprise! Brother Olay says, I have to say the music is pretty good. I agree. Nope, oh god, no. That is actually bad. And I'm gonna have to explain why. So, once you get to the second monster and all the other monsters, I think for the exception of the very last one, actually... No, including the last one, so it's limited to extent. Even the very last one, there's certain attacks that they are immune to. So you have to avoid using these specific attacks. And I just screwed up big time. Oh, actually, it's not as bad as I was expecting, but... That'll work. And it also means that the question mark attacks that you can get every now and then, you have to be very careful about, otherwise they will ruin your day. Okay, so we will wait for Morgan. He's going to raise it slowly. Okay, we'll do that. Hopefully it's not no, it does not appear to be atomic breath. Yes, perfect. Yeah, the question mark moves can be a little bit worrying when you have to rely on them. Oh, I had the hyper blast there. Okay. There we go. That is actually going to go through his silver shield, and we will actually be able to do more damage with the both. Let's see. Let's actually use one of our... We know it's going to increase. There we go. That's it, come. Sometimes you can actually get another attack in if we've pissed him off, and we do it quick enough. We actually got 3 attacks in on that before the power ran out, which is pretty nice. And... Brother Olay says, do a barrel roll. I would not be surprised if Godzilla from that era would do that. So, what we're going to do is use one of our health items. I think I only got one health item. Yeah, the next thing was going to be Hyperblast too, but that's okay. Okay. There we go. Down to about 59 health, so that's good. I think we should actually be at the point where we could curb stomp him with our next attack, if we get the right one. And he gets high enough to do an attack of his own. Okay. Yeah, this game, it can be a little bit risky to try and get the big hits, but that's okay. Just wait for him to down a little bit. There we go. That's the end of the fight. Mr. Day says, release Borat the Snyder Cut. Alright, so that is the end of Mechagodzilla. So we did destroy 2 buildings, or 2 mountain hills, so that counts against us for some reason. But we got an extra 1 up, so that's good. That punk across the road says, where is Kong? Kong, well, he's not actually in this particular game. I hate to break it to you, but he's not. But Godzilla is here. And, well, this is a Godzilla game, so it's a good thing we got plenty of Godzilla enemies. That punk across the road asks, where is Kong? I don't see him. Okay, so we're going to this particular area, this lake. Now, we actually have to do some shenanigans in this first part of the level. See these electrical wires? We actually have... And we have a UFO. But you can probably guess as to what we are going to be fighting and what monster is up next due to the fact that we are near a lake. Well, maybe, kind of. Remember, this is also the Heisei series that this is based on. Brother Oil asks, have you watched some or most of the Godzilla movies? I have watched all the Godzilla movies. The only exception is that fan-made Godzilla vs. the Werewolf movie that came out in the early 80s. That is the only exception. That and all, okay, also the anime films, because, well, I've heard the anime films are absolute atrocities to the franchise, but those are the two exceptions. And I'll put it to you this way. I've watched enough Godzilla to know Godzilla 98 is not the worst film in the franchise. Godzilla Revenge still takes that honor. That dubious honor, I should say. But Godzilla 98 is still pretty atrocious. Now the problem is, a lot of these, you have to go to this red thing here, and it's random which one is the right one. For example, this one was a booby trap. Brother Relay says Godzilla vs. Werewolf, the what? Yes, there was a film from 1983 called Godzilla vs. the Werewolf. It's, from what I understand, has only been ever shown once or twice or so. And it was a fan film, but from what I understand, it did encourage Toho enough to make Godzilla 1984 the following year. Okay, so let's see where the... You know, I probably should deal with that mother UFO first. That punk across the road says, watch the anime films, they're good. I might be morbidly curious enough to watch it, but I don't know. History of Terror says release the Goretha Snyder cut again. No, Mr. Day asked it last time, but he's retracted the message for some reason. Wild Strike is now asking to release the Goretha Snyder cut. Lions Eamon says there's also a fan film called Godzilla vs. Oh no! No! Of course there is. Well, to be fair, there's also a Godzilla fan film called Godzilla Meets Bambi, and that thing actually did get into circulation, and yes, I have watched it. It's also hilarious. Do watch it. But yes, Godzilla Meets Bambi. Definitely another one worth a watch. The funny thing is that Godzilla vs. Bambi, I actually remember back when Blockbuster was still around. They actually had it on VHS for rental. No really, they did. I was actually mightily tempted, but the thing is, you don't have to get it separately. It's on the Godzilla 1985 copy on VHS. And it's also free to watch on the internet anyways, because Godzilla Meets Bambi is only about a minute long, as you might expect. Alright, let's see if this is another booby trap or not. This is the right one! Hooray! Lions Eamon says, have you watched Godzilla King of the Monsters? I have watched both Godzilla King of the Monsters, both the original, both the 1956 version and the 2019 version. Brother Oile asks, is the Meet Bambi an environmental awareness movie? No, it is not, and I just got myself electrocuted. It is not an environmentalist movie. What you're thinking of Godzilla versus the Smog Monster, which is an environmentalist movie, but it's also the movie in which Godzilla is able to actually fly, so I think it gets a pass on that. But Godzilla Meets Bambi is actually a animated film, if you can call it that. Like I said, you can find it on YouTube. It's 1 minute long. I tell you what, let me see. I'll pull it up on the other computer here while this is going on, and see if I can just provide you guys a link. Yep, I found it. There you go. There's the link to Godzilla Meets Bambi for those who are curious. Wild Strike says release the fan films. Yes, I agree. We need to see Godzilla versus the werewolf. Okay, we are now getting within range of Bioland. Sorry, I just spoiled the monster, didn't I? Well, okay, since the cat's out of the bag, yes, the monster we're fighting here is Biolante, the female plant monster. Which is actually, the plot is, if I remember correctly, Godzilla vs. Biolante has one of the weirdest plots also of the Heisei films. And given I just said that, that should give you a hint on how wild it gets. But yeah, Godzilla vs. Biolante is wild. What do we have here? Another UFO from the looks of it. But yeah, like I said, there's Godzilla meets... sorry, it's technically Bambi meets Godzilla. My mistake. Yeah, but there you go. So we are getting really close. Lions Eamon says I would be more interested in the Godzilla versus the Forbidden One. So we got some free health out of that. That's good. Now, Biollante is actually one of the tougher monsters in this game, in my opinion. Once you get past her, the game becomes... Well, the next fight, once you know how to beat the next fight, it is, in my opinion, easier. But Biollante is the first major hurdle whenever playing through this game. If you can beat Biollante... Brother Ole laughs. Yeah. I told you, it's a fan film that's actually worth your time. Even though it's only a minute long. But I kid you not, like I said before, Bambi Meets Godzilla is legitimately, back when Blockbuster was still around, was legitimately being rented out separately. It had its own VHS and everything. I don't know why they decided to do that again, because Godzilla 1985 just lets you watch that right before the main event. Okay, so we have to beat the vines up first. And Biollante does have a few additional moves if we don't. I think he has a few additional moves. Well, the good news is these things don't have too much health, and They do damage her a little bit when you take them out. Lions Amon asks, can you stream a game called Mountain Blade Warband? I do actually have a copy of that. I would be starting new from that to do it, but yeah. Okay, so she is a considerable threat if we're not careful. And there is the move that she is immune to and will wreck us over if we try using is the body slam move. But that one, there we go. The one thing we do not want her to do, especially, is get her acid attack out, because that will shave off enormous amounts of health. But she also has a really weird fighting spirit pattern, so it is a little bit tricky to get it nailed down. There we go. Brother Olea says, you have to wonder how the creators of Godzilla makes his enemies and allies when filming. Yeah, it can actually be rather interesting. I mean, the monster designs, well, sometimes the original design is actually by fans, believe it or not. For example, I believe Jet Jaguar is a good example where the monster was actually created by fans. I think Biollante was also created by a fan too, now I'm come to think of it. Where they actually put out a contest, and Biollante won, and the second place result was Gunhead, which got its own movie. Not a Godzilla film, but Gunhead's a weird one, in my opinion. I like it, but I know a lot of people don't, so... But if you're into mecha films, live-action mecha films with a little bit Terminator-ish vibe of sorts, then it is worth your while, in my opinion, even though the plot can be a little bit confusing at times if you're not familiar with it. There we go. Lyman's Amon says, or even better, stream Dark Souls 1 with a level challenge. Yeah, but I don't want to show a live stream with me dying all the time. That would get boring, right? There we go. Sometimes it does that too, and you don't get an attack selected because your fighting spirit is so low, so something else to keep in mind when playing this. I'd rather have the body blow than have the acid attack. Of the two, I know it's going to damage me, but this will damage me less. Oh, God! Well, okay, so here's why I didn't want this to happen. Ouch. It's a good thing I had some health items lying around. No! Oh no! No! I just almost had that! Alright, fair enough. Well, I get to use my other health item. Brother Ole says, ouch, yep. Ouch indeed. And she's now going to do this, so we have to be careful. Her pattern could be a really weird one. screw it. I know this is gonna damage me, but I'm gonna escape out of that. And let's actually see what we can find health-wise, because that was a little bit close for comfort. Okay, so we still have some time left, so we can fix that. I'll just get this wire down and take out the next wire, get the reactor, and then we'll see what items are there that I can use. Hopefully something really good. You can see why Biolante is difficult to fight in comparison to the monsters that we faced before. She is yeah. But that's okay. Once we get through this, pick up the other items, we should have her. And once that's done, so I'm trying to think of where I should go to get the other items there if I need one. I know of the other fights, the ones that'll... Oh, even more health. Actually, now that I think about it, I think that thing is health too, so I probably will keep that in play for now. I'm pretty sure that's health. Brother Oil A asks, what are your thoughts on Godzilla 1998? If I'm guessing right, it's Hollywood's first attempt at a Godzilla movie. It kind of is, and it kind of isn't. That's the thing. You could argue Godzilla 1956 was a Hollywood-esque attempt as well. You could also argue that King Kong vs. Godzilla added a lot of footage as well. King Kong vs. Godzilla. Hollywood was the first time, or 98 was the first time they decided to truly make it independent, but... And also there's Godzilla 1984, which has a whole bunch of new footage as well. Or 1985, which has a whole bunch of new footage as well. So the good news is, her health stays the same. Perfect. But yeah, Godzilla 98 is awful. The only thing good about Godzilla 98, genuinely good, is that it pissed off Toho to such a degree that they rebooted the franchise because they were so horrified at what Hollywood had done to it. That is the only thing good about Godzilla 1998. Strawman says, when to the Japanese schoolgirls show up? To be honest, in this game, or in the storyline of the Heisei series, they had already shown up by this point. They showed up in Godzilla the Godzilla vs. Biolante, in fact, when we ended up getting introduced to one. And it's another example of just how wacky the Heisei plot got. Because Godzilla vs. Biolante, there's a scene where a Japanese schoolgirl who has psychic powers fights Godzilla with her mind. I am not kidding. Hopefully this is not a body blow move. It is! Alright. And I get sprayed on anyways. That's at least something. Although, she's probably gonna get pissed off at me again and just attack. Oh. While you're there, you are giving me free blows, essentially, to take more of your health away. So, I guess I can continue this fight for the time being. So we almost got her down to 200 health. There we go. Lion's Amen says he shoot you with his hot stuff. Brother Olay says disgusting. Perfect. We finally have gotten her down to 156 health. And she is backing off because, of course she is. I'll just keep doing this and nickel and dime her to death, hopefully. She is down to 136. Ow. And she knocks me all the way back here because, of course, she does. Why, yes, I will punch you in the face. Alright, there we go. Hopefully we haven't wasted too much time on her. She's down to 90, so we are getting close. $65. Strawman says, I swear I watched the Tentacle show for the plot. Oh dear. Alright, now she's down to 41. This will take her down slightly more. So we actually might be able to one-shot her in this go of it. This should definitely one-shot her, I think. There we go! Finally. Alright, Brother Ole asks, what do you think of Shin Godzilla? It is one of the strangest Godzilla films ever made, but it's actually a good one, I think. It's a weird way for a Godzilla film to be made, but I do think it works for what it is. That said, the CG that they did for Godzilla, for the earlier forms of Godzilla, is pretty hilariously awful, but outside of that, so we've increased our max health a little bit, and we're going to be getting a new ability later on to turn into Super Godzilla, but I'm going to show you how that's done after we deal with the next monster, Batra. Brother Ole says it's terrifying to me. Yeah, I can understand that. Okay, so I think what we need to do is actually gonna have to take damage here anyways. Thanks, game. look at all those items there for the taking. I'm semi-tempted to actually take the hit and just... You know what? Screw it. I am actually going to do it. I'm going to lose points doing this, but it's a shortcut. Strawman asks, does this count as a weeb game? A little bit. And you're really going to learn to hate the UFOs in this particular level. Unless you take out the mothership, which we will be doing, because I cannot stand these UFOs in this particular level. Alright. What the... Look at all that firepower. There. Anyways, Hidden Boss asks, Super Saiyan Godzilla? You will see. Actually, a little bit of yes, you could argue. There it is. The bane of my existence. If you do not take out the mothership UFO in this particular level, you will be bombarded with these things constantly. And it's like they are deliberately doing this to... Well, actually they are deliberately doing this too. Because that's how this game was designed, but anyway. Anyways... Another UFO. How many are we up to? 3, 4? Brother Olay says... Brother Olay says, you think the aliens who come to Earth find Godzilla mount his kills and learns not to conquer, but nope. Yeah, you'd think they'd learn by now that trying to take Earth when we have a giant monster rolling around that just has a reputation for destroying every single thing they throw at us would be a bad idea, but no, apparently. There. And this level will... Oh yeah, okay. Very good. There we go. Alright, my hidden boss task for the rest of the level or the game. The rest of the level. Once you take out the mothership UFO, you don't have to deal with for the rest of the level. But in this particular one, you really want to take out. Of the optional UFOs in this motherships in this game, I'd say this is the one that is the most painful to leave alive. Now, for the next level, we actually have two options for how we approach it. And for this level, we also have a little bit of agony of choice going on. There. It is done. that thing is out of my misery. So let's go and heal up and get ourselves some more goodies, and let's see what we can do with the monster we will be fighting. Brother Ole says, I don't think ramming a mothership onto Godzilla is a very good tactic. I don't either. But then, these are the aliens that thought it would be a good idea to attack Earth when it has Godzilla on its side. So there is that. Okay, now that we've got this... Let's see, we got some health items there. And we're at full health, but we picked up more health, but, well... More health items, which is nice. So are they giving power to Godzilla? You know it. So we've actually maxed out on the number of items we can carry. When he's blowing up stuff as well. When he's blowing up enemy units, no, that does not give you extra health. But it does prevent these units from taking your health away. It makes sense. Okay, so we do have a nuclear reactor there if we really need it. The good news about Batra is he has he has among the least health of any of the monsters. The bad news about Batra, you have a really tough time getting that health down. You may be wondering why, because there's only one attack that you can do that will actually connect. The hyper breath attack. For example, oh, that was actually going to be hyper breath. Well, I get to show you, for example. Yep, missed. And prepare to see a lot of that in this particular fight. Brother Elaine asks, would Godzilla be able to beat an Imperial Titan? Makes you think. I think some Imperial Titans types, sure, I do think he could do it. Still not going to connect, but hey. Yeah, you need the hyper breath to damage him, but you only need a few hits to actually do that. I think I've had cases where I legitimately had to beat Batra using just my fists. Well, this fight is... It's the most tedious in the game, I will say that. I'm not sure it's the toughest fight, but it is the most tedious. And because I got on a blank, he's going to attack. I don't think his attacks actually do that much damage, but... I mean, they do some, but they're not able to really lay down the hurt, like Violante, so that's convenient. So we get to miss again. That's okay, I just need to land one good hit on him. One or two, okay, maybe 3 hits of Hyper Blast and he should be down. The problem is trying to get those. Let's see what we've got. There we go. I mean, this one, who knows? Yep, it's regular, so that's fine. Another good hit. Alright, there goes another large chunk of his health. Come on, come on. Yes! Another one. Alright, so we might have actually just brought him down to 150 or lower. Let's find out. $164. Still pretty decent. I'll take it, happily. Ah, yeah. Fair enough. Brother Ole asks, where's Godzilla's butterfly net? A very good question. We desperately need one. Because right now I feel like Simple Jack from that Tropic Thunder movie, trying to chase a butterfly with a hammer. I mean, I know Batra is not a particularly strong monster. I just got it just before I did. That's okay. He's still down to, what, 160 health? So, all I need is 2 more solid hits and we've got this. And there's one of them. Alright, so now, I could even potentially end up winning this by punching him to death, but it's probably best to wear him down until we actually, or probably best to just get the Hyper Punch, or Hyper Blast, just to... There we go. And there's the fun. Mecha Kuro MFS3 asks, this is a rare sight. Someone streaming this game, is this emulated? Yes, it is actually. I am using the SNES, although the emulation on this game is actually pretty good in my opinion. It seems to be pretty much what I remember. And there we go. So there's a second Batra, but we can potentially get to it before it hatches, because it is a cocoon. The trick is to actually go on land the long way around, as strange as it sounds. Because the alternative, going through the water, is going to take so long that it will hatch. So, let's destroy a building, and then we will simply go take this route to reach the other Batra. And hopefully this will be quick enough that we don't have to fight that Batra as well. I think this is a shortcut here that could work. The counter is stopped. Perfect. I should actually be able to, this point, just simply go through and hopefully enough time to be saved that we will be able to just... I don't care. So long as I... Nope, mines everywhere. Okay. Lesson learned, we have to go this way. We'll get in the nuclear reactor, heal up a little bit, and then we can just go straight for the other... make a mad dash for it, try to head north as quickly as possible. I think there'll be 1 or 2 more spots till we get there. Brother Olay says Godzilla needs those running shoes. Lol. Yep. Alright, so now that we are in position. Even more health has been refilled. Perfect. Even if we have to fight this other Batra, we should have enough health and enough time to finish the fight. Okay, that was a mistake. Let's just make a dash through the fire here. Perfect. Even though she is in a cocoon, she is still moving around, or he is still moving around, because Batra is the male moth. Okay. Let's find out. Yep, we can destroy the cocoon. That should be another credit or 2. Nope, just 1 credit. Okay. Finally, now we get to go to what is arguably the hardest fight in the game. There's 2 contenders for this, and it depends on how you play it. King Ghidorah, but we are going to be facing Mecha King Ghidorah specifically. Now, we can actually turn into Super Godzilla in this level, but that would make the next fight harder. So, I will probably try to fight Mecha King Ghidorah as regular Godzilla, as hard as that is. It's still the hardest fight, in my opinion, in the game, but so... But we basically have to destroy King Ghidorah before he destroys half of downtown Tokyo. Otherwise, we won't get that advantage that I was hoping for, and we'll have really messed ourselves up. Brother Olay says, I'm just expecting Godzilla to give a thumbs up at the end of those mission screens. Yep. Well, the atomic breath is, I think, more appropriate and still pretty cool, so... We do want to pick up items for this fight because this is one hell of a tough fight, as is. I don't care I'm losing health from this, we're getting these items. Yeah, I know. Perfect! We'll just destroy that one building. Perfect, and some blue health. Here's the problem. If we let Mecha King Ghidorah destroy downtown Tokyo, then we might as well just upgrade the Super Godzilla. But like I said, I would rather avoid that at all costs. The problem is, you basically have to pick between one or other. Do you want Super Godzilla now, or do you want him in later at the final mission? Alright, so now that that's dealt with... Oh, convenient. The one good thing I can say about this is... You know what? I'm going to have to destroy some of these buildings if I want to get to downtown Tokyo quickly. Hidden Boss asks who did the road planning in this city. I don't know. The good news is, once the artillery and crap has been detected, you can potentially... That actually sped it up slightly. Thank you, Landmine, for actually giving me a quick way through. Oh! There he is! That's convenient. So in this case, we have to fight Mecha King Ghidorah and attack him using moves that will damage him. We basically have to use the first move that shows up. Otherwise, we will be absolutely messed up badly for him. There we go. Hopefully this does some damage. So it begins. Like I said, first attack, whatever it is, you want it out and out and done, because otherwise he will mess you up really bad with his special move. Whew, that was close! You really don't want to see a blank screen like that. And he just attacked. That's going to hurt, but it's not going to hurt as much as the other move. Okay, I got lucky that time. I do have some health items, so I'll just... It was not as much health as I was hoping, but... Oh no! This is why you don't want him to do that. Which is a move that he did in the film. Yeah. There goes my health item. Go. Brother OLS, have you heard and seen the King Ghidorah Kevin joke? No, I have not. Okay, so we've got a decent hit on him there. There's more of his health. should be more of his health down. Alright, we are actually getting close to having relatively equal. I know he's going to go back up and then... Oh. I had an attack there lined up for him that was going to even out this fight, but thank you. That should do it. Okay. And he also does that to fall back and faints, and yeah, that's annoying. But that's okay. We've now whittled him down a little bit more. Now, you could cheese this fight a little bit by just simply leaving whenever one of these monsters decides to try to make an attack, but... There we go. Mecha Kiru MFS3 asks, it's weird why this Mecha Ghidorah is destroying Tokyo. I thought someone piloting it. Any story why they said it was attacking? Because it's controlled by aliens. And the aliens are trying to destroy Tokyo, and you are mind-controlling Godzilla trying to save Tokyo. That's the story in a nutshell. Oh, he backed away like... That's annoying. There we go. Now we should have a slight advantage in this fight. He's been pissed off again, of course, but... Oh, there goes my advantage! Thank you, game! Alright, so I guess I'm going to have to heal up. Because I don't want to have to use a continue or something, so... Fortunately, I know where there's a nuclear reactor nearby, so we'll just use that. But, yeah. I could try using my defense thing and get invulnerability for a limited time, but... Makes more sense to just do this. Even though I'm slightly helping Mecha King Ghidorah by destroying those two, if I get the nuclear reactor, that will go a long, long way. I'm hoping I can get at least 300 health or something. 250 to 300 feet. But yeah, once that bit is done, we should be able to actually then get to the final boss of the game. As Super Godzilla. Okay. Now I know it's going to... Let's find out just how much health it gives me. We are at 179 now. That is a lot more health than I was expecting, I think. 569. We have got a huge advantage. Let's not spoil it. Oh, Mecha King Ghidorah. Guess who just so happens to also have an invincibility power-up? Ow. And he attacks me anyways, because I didn't want to use it. That's lovely. Well, that's my fault 100%, so that's... Yeah, they can't actually do this if you have the invincibility power, so... The most they can do is keep swatting at you, so... But this actually helps me a lot, because now... I can beat the ever-living tar out of him for a little bit of time. Hopefully get him down to under 200. Okay, that's a problem because it just went off. That's annoying. There we go. Hopefully it's something decent. Oh, it's a tail, but still, I can take that. That should be another 40 damage. So... we are getting close. We should bring it down to 140 or less. 144, okay. Another tail attack. I'll take it. I mean, this is bringing him down to within the 100 range, so hopefully... 109. Now I will fall back. Cause him to do that, and there we go. Actually, that seems like a good strategy. Oh, that didn't work as intended, but that's okay. We still got him closer to us than... And he falls all the way back in there, of course. But he is within a two-shot kill range. So. All I need is a one really good hit. Technically, he's also a one-shot depending on the attack, but... Ow. Okay, I mean, he is still damaging himself to it, let's see. There, now he's a one-shot. $19 health, you say? I thought I was going to piss him off, but apparently no. Now he's out 17 health. There we go. And this fight is over. And we've saved enough of Tokyo that we can turn into Super Godzilla too. I'd say that's a job well done. There's our second credit, so we have 2 extra lives now. Mechakiru MFS3 says, nice, thank you. Bagan is the final enemy. Now, I should mention this game came out in 1993, meaning that there's 2 Godzilla films in the Heisei series left, and you might notice some inspirations here and there for the 2 things we will be seeing. Brother Ole says former King Ghidorah beaten by tail wall. Yep. Brother Ole says, who is Bagan? Bagan is a monster, a kaiju that is only seen in this particular game. But you will notice that he has a certain inspiration in one of the films. Or he inspired a certain kaiju in the films. So we will turn Godzilla into Super Godzilla, which you will see a certain inspiration, or that Super Godzilla inspired something else too. Okay, so they did say we can turn Godzilla into Super Godzilla. I'm thinking by going to one of these reactors, that one there. Alright. Say hello to Super Godzilla, who looks exactly like Space Godzilla, you might notice. Even though this game came out before Space Godzilla. See what I mean about this leading to inspiring other bits of Godzilla kaiju? Now, Super Godzilla doesn't even get damaged anymore by building, so that's nice. Mechakiru MFS3 asks, is it Destroy and Burning Godzilla? Not quite. It is, well, Super Godzilla inspires Space Godzilla. He also has a Super Punch. That allows us to do that. Now we get to see what Bagan looks like. And Bagan looks almost exactly like Destroya. Curious, right? Fine. Take that. And we get new attacks. Even our tail attack shoots beam weapons now. And there we go. I think that might actually be our special. Now nope. That's our... So now Godzilla's belly button shoots atomic breath, apparently. And it's super powerful atomic breath. Brother Ole says, One Punch Godzilla. puny attacks are no match for Super Godzilla. Now let's see what our body attack does. So that was the Hyper Breath attack, this is the body attack. And it causes explosions. Oh, okay, so he's got another attack for us. I mean, it did some damage, sure. I think he's got the edge. Nope, yeah, slightly. But we just took it back, so... This is going hilariously easy so far. There's our atomic breath. Oh, he got us again. That's fine. He does have one more attack move left that he can do, but with his health being as low as it is, I don't think we have too much to worry about. Alright, so we get another tail attack. Brother Olay says, I have to say this boss music to me doesn't suit the fight. Maybe it would if we were playing as regular Godzilla and getting our ass kicked, but with this being the absolute cakewalk it is right now, Alright, so he is down to 130 health. We are really wrecking his day. He is now a one-shot. Shot acquired. And there we have it. So that looks like that could be. I think that was looking like Super X2 there. So, curiously enough, because by the lore of the films, Super X2 ended up falling in Godzilla vs. Biollante, and that does not look like Super X3. So. So apparently the humans have lost control of Godzilla and he is just going back to the sea. So, having played through this game, having seen me play through this game, what do you guys think? This is actually something of a forgotten gem. I will say it's one of the most unusual games I've played out there, because it's kind of a mix between a fighting game and a JRPG. But yeah. Brother Olay says, "Screw you guys, I'm going home." So, we've actually, that is the end of the game. I think I'm going to go ahead and call the stream if it's alright with you guys. I think we can go ahead and skip the credits unless you guys want to talk anymore. It's up to you, though, on that. Mecha Kiru MFS3 says, "No, he always attack Tokyo, lol." Right. Well, I think we're... Brother Olay says, "Yeah, quite a gem." Agreed. I think I'm going to go ahead, though, and, like I said, call it. So, there we go. And, so that was Super Godzilla. And, a game that is worth your time. That said, if there's any Godzilla games that I would recommend over this, it would definitely have to be the trilogy of games that came out for the Xbox, PS2, and GameCube era. Those were glorious. Those are proper fighting games, and those are just glorious. Trust me on that. Well, maybe not the third one, but the other two, yeah, definitely. Anyways, so this has been Ace. I hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.